For my collage, just like everybody, you should already have your theme. Mine is floral. You should already have your color scheme identified. Mine is tetradic, which is the 4 colors making a rectangle. And the colors I've chosen in that tetradic are red and green and yellow and violet. I've already done my background, which is this right here. I made it out of ripped pages of origami paper. This was a little too bright for the background, so I dulled it down and pushed it back with just a light layer of white paint. This is my focal point, okay? If you only have a focal point and the background, you see it looks like it's missing something. So today I'm gonna be adding embellishments. So far I've cut out some things like this for my embellishments. So remember, the background is in the back. The focal point is the most important part, and it's the thing that you look at first. Sometimes it's the biggest, sometimes it's the most detailed, sometimes it's the brightest, but it's the most important part. Embellishments are like accessories and supporting characters. So I've got this I could use as my embellishment, some leaves, some smaller flowers, and then I'm also gonna use some things like glitter, washi tape, paint pens, and stencils. So you can use anything for your embellishments, but they should support your theme or your concept. They should stick with your colors in your color scheme. You can add black, white, gray, silver, gold anytime you want. Those are neutrals. You can add them anywhere, and those are great for embellishments. So before I glue my focal point down, I just like to kind of play with some arrangements and see how many of these I think I need that I've cut out, because some of these embellishments might go behind my focal point. And so if they are going to go behind my focal point, then I will need to glue those down first, right? So just because you lay something down doesn't mean you will necessarily glue it down there. So think about arrangement and what looks best. And what looks balanced, okay? Comes to like color and value, because if everything is the same value, it's really hard to see what. Right. If you're going to use paint pens, which is a supply that I have not introduced yet, these are mostly for embellishments. Here's how they work. You do need to shake them sometimes. This tip right here, push it down so that the paint in the pen flows to the end of the tip. And that's how the paint pens work. And so one way to make more embellishments, like I said, is just repeat what you've already used. I've already got leaves there. I'm just gonna draw some white leaves now. This is nothing new. You don't have to be super inventive, okay? Hear me when I say this. Not everything needs glitter. Not every part of your collage needs glitter. And not every collage needs glitter. My theme is floral. Glitter might look good with it. If your theme is anger, rage, glitter's probably not gonna go good with that collage theme, okay? So, not everything needs glitter. But if I wanna put some glitter on here, like I think it would look good to kind of just lead your eye to the end of these leaves, I'm just gonna put a drop of glue right at the end of these leaves. I'll put one there too. And then here's how I would use the glitter. I've got these trays for the glitter. Only this end of the glitter is open. So I'm just gonna sprinkle it on the glue that I just freshly applied. And then what you wanna do over the tray is just tap it so that it ends up touching all of the outside edges of the glue. but the extra glitter goes in here. And so any extra glitter of this color that ends up in the tray, then I can just put back in the tray, okay? Because that's a lot of glitter, all right? If you want to do like a little edge of glitter, like let's say you want to kind of halo your design with glitter. This is very fine glitter. You could do that. Put a little swipe of glue on there. Okay. And I'm just going to keep sticking with my theme. I already have these star-shaped flowers. So if I want to use things like stencils and also draw some star shapes, that wouldn't be anything new. It would go with my theme because I already have those shapes in there. So if you're like, I don't know what to do something that would support your focal point really well. Do something that you've already repeated. You don't have to come up with something new, okay? Just make sure it has to do with your collage. So I think mine's almost done. I might add a little bit more right here. Everything should lead your eye to the focal point. That's kind of your embellishments. Your embellishments are meant to like frame, surround, and support your focal point and be like, hey, this is the most important part. So look at this. That's kind of what it's supposed to do. Okay. Also, I'll show you real quick how to use washi tape. This is washi tape. There's all different kinds of colors. You can certainly rip off some washi tape and then cut it. Naturally occur in the leaves. That would be good, right? That might be a good way to use it. You can use it for whatever you want. You can create a framing device with it by kind of like making lines that lead your eye towards a piece of green. There we go. I think that's complete. Okay.